Welcome back to the official Thompson Resume Writing Company YouTube channel. I am Tamika Thompson and I am the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. And for this video, I'm going to be giving you even more numbers to include on your resume to catch recruiters' attention. Now, I've said this in multiple videos that infusing numbers, percentages, dollar amounts, all of that into your resume is a surefire way to communicate your value and let recruiters know the impact that you've had in your current role and in your previous roles. Now, this is a spin-off of the first video that I did for this and people found it incredibly helpful, so I figured why not make another one? To me, resumes that don't have numbers just seem naked to me. Like, it seems like it's missing something. Where's the extra oomph? Where's the dressing? Where's the topping? And so if you are someone who maybe watched my last video, or you're someone right now who's in the process of updating your resume and you're trying to figure out how can you communicate your value, how can you communicate your impact, what are some numbers that you can add, I am giving you some ideas in this video. So let's get right into it. Number one on this list is sales and revenue. Now, this is not just for my sales and marketing and business development and account management professionals. This is for anybody in any role that has brought in the dollar bills to the company in any way, shape, or fashion. Doesn't matter if it was a couple of $100s, if it was a 4-figure deal, if it was a 5-figure deal, 6 figures, 7 figures. Any number in terms of money that you have brought into the company that you've generated from your efforts, have that on your resume. That shows impact like a mother. Sales and revenue, this can include new clients, new customers, product sales, whatever it is that someone has purchased or subscribed to from your company as a result of you. Put it on your resume. I see so many resumes that say very vague statements in relation to sales and revenue, but they never include a dollar amount, and that kills me. It's one thing to say that you boosted sales. It's another thing, and it's way more interesting to say that you boosted sales 25%. And it's an added bonus if you're able to provide any additional context to that statement. So maybe sales were at a certain point when you first started your role, and within the first 6 months of you being in that position, you were able to boost sales by 25% or 40% within the first 6 months. That is major. So if you have any additional information that can bump up that number or provide some background to that statement as to why it's so important and why it's so impactful, that is a bonus. And to give another example, this can also include if sales were down. So maybe sales were declining before you came in, and now you've come in and you've done your magic and now sales are up a certain number. Or maybe the company was only getting 3 to 5 clients a year and you came in and did your thing, and now the company is getting double that. You would say increase client accounts 150% or something like that. And when we're talking sales, that can be anything that generates money for your company. So if your company sells products, services, signups, consultations, downloads, and be sure to include that in the job bullet itself. So to be hyper specific, an example would be boosted dress sales by 30% or boosted company toolbox sales by 50%. Next on this list is any programs that you oversee, manage, or that you've developed. And this isn't necessarily just for my program managers only. This can be, again, for anyone in any role that happens to oversee any type of program in the company. So maybe it's a customer retention program. Maybe it's a customer loyalty and rewards program. This can also include if you help to establish or build a new program from the ground up for the company, or if maybe there is an existing program that you took over and that you were able to improve or enhance or that you overhauled in some way. So maybe, let's say for example, you were in charge of a customer rewards program. Maybe when you came in, the program wasn't doing that well. There were some things that you had to implement, some things that you had to change. Also, with the programs that you do manage, try to be specific and give an overview of what those programs are and why they matter and your role specifically in managing them or helping them to grow or keeping them in order. So for example, don't just say that you manage company programs because a recruiter is not going to know what that means. Instead, you'll want to say something along the lines of manage 15 plus company-wide programs that service 15,000 customers or 15,000 people. And again, include why this program matters to the company. Maybe this program is essential to the company because it's really important to retain customers or grow new customers or make sure that the community is supported or whatever it is. Also, if this is a new program that you helped bootstrap or launch from the ground up, you'll want to be specific in outlining the specific duties and the role that you played in helping get this program off the ground, and also include information on how it's performing now that it is launched. So maybe you do launch a new customer rewards program, and now as a result, customer loyalty is up 75%. Always include success rates to gauge how successful and how good you were at doing something. So with program management in particular, focus on growth rate, focus on efficiency, right? So was the program mismanaged before you came on board? Was reporting off? Anything that you fixed, anything that you made better, make sure that you include a number for that. Number 3 on this list is by how much you exceeded benchmarks or expectations. So this is for all of my high achievers out there who are killing their KPIs by going above and beyond of whatever the number it is that you're supposed to hit. You're excelling at that. So let's say you are a customer service representative and you are only supposed to take maybe 50 calls an hour, but you're so bomb and so awesome at what you do, maybe you're taking 75 an hour, maybe you're taking 100 an hour. Any number or any expectation that you are exceeding, especially by a significant amount, you definitely want to have that on there, because a recruiter will look at that and say, not only can this person do the job, but they can be exceptional at it. Whatever the number is, and by how much you are exceeding that figure by. Let's say you are, again, supposed to take just 50 calls an hour, but you're taking 100. So on your resume, you would say something along the lines of exceeded inbound call KPI metrics by 50%. Give the recruiter an idea of what the benchmark is and by how far you are exceeding it. And just a little tidbit, you can also include if you received any type of recognition or kudos for exceeding that number or that metric. Next on this list is any programs or software that you are proficient in. I see a lot of people who will just say proficient in Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Salesforce. That's fine, but you want to include the total number of programs and software that you know in addition to listing them. So when the recruiter looks at it at first glance, they can say, oh wow, this person knows 10 programs, this person knows 12 programs, they know 15 essential marketing programs and software. I've stated this in a previous video, how software and technology can be essential in helping you increase your earning potential. Tech skills are super important, and so if you have a lot of them, if you have certificates in them, if you're really proficient in them and you're really good at navigating them in order to get done whatever needs to get done, make sure that you have that number on your resume. It's one thing to say that you know this program, that program. It's another thing to say, I know 10 plus softwares and programs, including but not limited to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But with this, please be careful and please be diligent with the software that you're listing. Make sure that you actually know these programs, because how many times have we seen people list Excel as a skill on their resume and they don't actually know it? If you say that you know a tech skill, be prepared to answer some additional questions, because sometimes recruiters will test you on this, especially if software and technology is a really important part of the position. And last on this list is by how much you have increased something or decreased something. So again, going back to that earlier reference in regards to sales and revenue, it's not enough to say that you just boosted sales. Add a number to show by how much you have increased sales or decreased customer churn or whatever the figure is. By including that number, again, you're giving an idea of the type of impact that you can have on a potential employer. I see a lot of resumes that will say increase something, decrease something, but there's no number tied to it. And that leaves a lot of question marks, because if you did increase or you did decrease something, by how much was it? Did you increase sales by 30%? Did you decrease customer retention by 25%? Did you minimize error errors by 75%. And I hope off of just those few examples, you're able to see how adding a number adds some extra oomph to the statement. So please stop saying or simply saying that you increase something, decrease something, minimize something, maximize something. Add a number, because that is what makes it real. So those are some more numbers that you can include on your resume. Again, if you did not watch the previous video, I highly recommend that you check it out in addition to this video, because now you have a ton of ideas on how to infuse and include value in your resume. Is there anything in this video on this list that you realize is relative to you and you will be putting on your resume or including in your resume? Go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. If you found this video helpful and you took something away from it, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Go ahead and hit the like button down below. If you need assistance with your resume, maybe you're not exactly sure what your value is and you need some assistance in pulling that out, I'd be more than happy to help you. Feel free to visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com. You can also email me directly at hello@thompsonresumes.com. Feel free to connect with me on social media. My LinkedIn profile is Tamika Thompson, and you can also follow me on Instagram. My handle name is @_Mika Thompson, and I do have an email list that you can subscribe to by clicking the link in the description box down below. If you are watching this video but you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can join my growing YouTube community and continue to receive more helpful resume videos such as this. And let me know if you want me to make a part 3 to this. Again, I have so many ideas on how you can include numbers in your resume. Bye!